So yeah, we are playing Assetto Corsa here with a large field of view, or the widest field of view possible. GTX 1080 Ti, kind of maximum settings, very high resolution. First impressions?
It's awesome. We just enabled anti-aliasing. With that, it's great. The only thing I can't really make out is very fine lines, like with fences or like power lines. But other than that, it's great.
Okay, so you can see some aliasing at the lines.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
But it's not that the lines are completely disappearing, like with the Vive they would, but they are just hard to make out with your eyes. A bit like in real life when these lines get away, you just don't see them anymore or not as good. Yeah. And it's a bit like that. Like it's not nowhere near as bad as with the Vive, where small lines just disappear into nothingness.
Yeah. How about the screen door effect then? And the
I think
itself?
The screen door effect is a bit noticeable, especially if you look like at the blue sky or something like that.
Yeah.
But nowhere near as bad as like with the Vive, obviously. And if you have moving objects or like the pavement or like things close to you, like in this racing game, your arms or something, I would say there's no screen door effect visible anymore, because you just can't see it anymore over the motion. Just with plain one-colored things like the sky, you can just make out really small dark dots in there. Not with anything else.
How about the colors and the whole image quality itself?
The image quality itself is fine. The colors are fine too. In the racing game now, when in the normal SteamVR space that you're in between games, I noticed some color shifting on bright lines on a dark background.
Oh, cool. I haven't noticed that, by the way, but that's very interesting.
It's just minor. It's not as bad as with the Vive. In games, though, I don't really see it. A little bit in the edges, but.
How about the distortion itself? I mean, the distortion of the edges of the wide field of view. I mean,
the outer edges are fine. What for me personally is a bigger problem, maybe that's just because I didn't adjust the IPD correctly though, is that in the middle, like in the nose area, things don't line up properly. So if I move my head like this, I can see the steering wheel jump around a few millimeters in front of me.
It could be the IPD adjustment actually, I'm not sure. Maybe you could adjust it and try it.
Yeah.
It makes a difference. Interesting.
But it's only on close objects. Like if they are out a meter in front of you, there's no bigger problem. Other than that, I don't see much distortion. Maybe a little bit on the edges if you move your head. Like at this point in time, I can see the wheels shift around a bit if I look around like this. Like if they are about to move off the screen, they jump out a bit. If you just look straight ahead, you don't notice like the trees at the edges being off.
Yeah. Cool.
It's really fine.
But have you tried the Vive Pro?
I have not, unfortunately. Only once for a few minutes, but not enough to really compare it against this.
I see.
I don't think I'm qualified for that.
All right. Okay, thank you so much. Enjoy now.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.